As I'm sleeping, all of a sudden I'm in hell. Now when I say hell, I mean this cave. The cave is humongous. Over to my left, there's like a 2-mile wide crater with orange, yellowish, reddish flames coming up, and the screams are millions at the same time. Where I was up on this ledge, and there was 2 cave entrances there, you know what I'm saying? I didn't go into them, but I could see them, and there was demons all over, and there was people just screaming all over, and a demon would grab my right arm and pull, and would rip my arm off, and I'd see the skin hanging, and the veins, and the blood. He'd pull it off, and a couple seconds later, it would be back on again, and he would do the same thing all over again, and he'd be holding my arm, looking at me, laughing, because he just wants to see the fear, the fright on my face. In front of me stood this, only way I can describe it is a monster, and I'm talking like 4 foot wide, huge shoulders, like Sully off of Monsters Inc. if you ever seen that. But this guy was like evil, huge, huge claws, huge. He would just go like this, wham, and come off from this side, and when he'd hit me, he'd just rip my stomach to shreds, and my whole insides would fall on the ground of the cave. By the time he'd pull his hand back again, I was healed. And he would do it all over again, and he'd laugh at me. And they were content to do this forever. You absolutely knew that in your heart. But I remember cursing at him, saying, do you really think I give a F what you're doing? Because I couldn't feel my stomach being tore open. I couldn't feel my arm being ripped off. And even with the smells, and even with the screams, the panic, the chaos, constantly. The chaos for me was the separation from God. Knowing that I can pray all I want, I can't get my prayers up to him. All of a sudden this light hit this cave. Everything in this cave now was lit up. Your soul knew this is Jesus. All the screams stopped. These demons and monsters that were pulling on me and hurting me were in these caverns. I could see them blinking, but they couldn't be in Jesus' sight. Now, I went to look up, and I thought, I don't want to offend them. So I just looked down and I said, Lord God, I'm not worthy of you or anything. Please help me, Jesus. Next thing I know, I look up and here's Christ. I'm on my knees. He's a couple feet up looking at me with this beautiful smile. He had a white robe on with a brown sash. He was unbelievably beautiful. Now, as he looks at me, I'm thinking to myself, this is amazing. He's taking time out to come to me. He's helping me in hell. Is unbelievable. And I said, I'm sorry and I love you, and he grabbed me with his right arm, pulled me up, and we just ascended through this cave.